From the I Come in Peace studios of Arizona, Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz is a disaster. UFC welterweight Billy Goff comes by to talk about Holloway versus the Korean Zombie. MMA news with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby, let's go.
Wonderful.
Welcome to the stream. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive. It's good to be wonderful. How's everyone doing in the chat? We're a little later than usual because our guest had to, postpone it a little bit. He's running a little bit late. His name is Billy Goff. He'll be live on the show for the second appearance. Has a big fight coming up in UFC Singapore, and we'll get his thoughts on all the fiasco, UFC, Paul Diaz, all that fun stuff. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, late on the show. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. How's everyone doing in the chat? And make sure you get your bets in at mybookie.ag. The promo code is MMA-Holes for 50% match on your first deposit. Mybookie.ag, 50% match on your first deposit with MMA-Holes as the code. Check out Millions, link in the description tomorrow. Actually, I got a meeting with them tomorrow, but next Tuesday for the Contender Series, we'll be simulcasting on Millions and YouTube. So it's going to be a fun fiasco for the opening of Contender Series. Yeah, Dana White's Contender Series is coming back, so it'll be on Millions for that. But if you want to support the athletes on their, merch, watch parties, all that fun stuff, just click the link in the description down below. It's called Millions. If you're watching the UFC event this weekend, ESPN Plus. I heard a little birdie say that Paul Diaz is going to be on ESPN Plus as well, but I see the zone, so I'll let you know about that. But if you're going to watch UFC Nashville this weekend, click our link in the description, and we get a little bit of credit for that. All right. How you doing, friends? Before we get into the interview with Billy Goff, and I'm looking forward to talking to Billy Goff. He's from Connecticut. This guy had a really impressive performance at the Contender Series. A lot of buzz coming out of Connecticut, and this kid's going to make a splash. He's making his debut in UFC Singapore, so I can't wait to find out what is on his mind and how his camp is going, and what is he eating and who's he fucking, all that fun stuff. Let's go over here. Yep. There's Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz will be competing against Jake Paul on Saturday. So Saturday night, we will have UFC Nashville, and then we'll most likely roll right into the Diaz versus Jake Paul fight. It looks like it's going to even out pretty good. Like, they're not going to overlap. I don't care about the prelims or the undercard or whatever the hell you want to call it. I just care about the main event. And care is being kind, because I do feel like this is a complete disaster. This is something that was released. Jake Paul, Nate Diaz, Ariel Helwani, the three of them on a stage, and Nate Diaz does something that, well, is very Nate Diaz-esque. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is fair use. Okay, I will be reacting to this clip. Showtime, DAZN, okay? This is a fair use situation where I react to it, okay? All right, thank you.
Wonderful.
Here we go.
He's a warrior. He's been, put on
dramatic music. Now, right off the bat, when I first saw this, all I'm thinking is this is staged. Like, this is fucking stupid. This is dumb. They got the music playing, this and that, or they're trying to do damage control and make it interesting and make it clippable so you can share on social media. So let me know in the chat what you think as I play this clip. But, I mean, let the cringe begin.
Put on some of the greatest fights in the history of the MMA. He has an amazing fan base. Obviously, people love him for a reason. And I know he's coming to bring a war. That's what it says, ready for f***ing war. And I think the fans are the ones who get to win the most out of all of this, because we both don't want
Nate Diaz looking all uncomfortable over there. He's like, he's got to take a shit, which it could be that, too. He might have to take a poo. Nate just might have the runs. I don't know. But, yeah, Nate Diaz is squirming in the chair. Now, let me make this very clear. I need Nate Diaz to win this fight, or I need Nate Diaz to make this a complete spectacle. Make it a joke. Like, just, I don't know, just do dumb shit against the ropes and, you know, run around and do things to make this a complete circus. Embarrass Jake Paul. If you're not going to win the fight, at least give me that. I don't need to see Jake Paul flatline this man. I just don't. And I understand people are saying that, you know, Nate Diaz is a G and Nate Diaz, you know, he's always down for a fight. And I get that. But in a situation like this, if he's in over his head, I hope he makes this a complete spectacle. I really do, because I don't want to see Nate get embarrassed. That's the last thing any MMA fan wants to see. You know, I don't know anyone that's not a Nate Diaz fan. But here's Nate Diaz squirming in the chair, and he's just like, okay.
We both don't want to lose. We both don't want to back down. And
now Jake Paul rubbing his head and his terrible hairline because he has everything pushed forward. He's just rubbing his face, and Ariel Helwani's laughing. Staged or not staged? Let me know in the chat. Is it staged? Is it not? Is this a joke? What's going on?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. So Diaz says I'll be right back. Hey, Diaz rocking the tribal tattoos. Don't shit on tribal tattoos. Nate Diaz bringing it back. So now it cuts to them outside. This dramatic, dopey music is playing. When I first watched this, I'm like, why? Why? And then they take off. Okay? And that's that. So a couple of things you can take from this situation here. A couple of things. Nate Diaz is trolling Jake Paul. He's like, this is stupid. I don't want to promote this thing. This is dumb. You know, I'm here for a bag of money. You know, this is a joke. So he's poking fun at this situation. Or it could have been the producers were saying, hey, Nate, listen, you're a badass, this and that. You really don't want to be here. Just get up. Just get up in the middle of the thing. We're just going to clip this, put it on social media. You know, it could be just a publicity stunt because Nate really does not want to promote this thing. So it kind of piggybacks off what I said before, but maybe it was a little bit premeditated. Or I'm just wasting my time with this nonsense. I mean, I don't know, chat. What do you think about this? And I got to be honest with you. We will react to this, and we're going to make it a lot of fun on Saturday night. You know, I'm going to ham it up, man. I'm going to ham it up. But I'm telling you, I feel like this is the dumbest thing. This is the dumbest thing ever. Like, I don't hate Jake Paul. You know, like, I mean, it's annoying now. It's like, all right, he lost to Tommy Fury. Can we stop? I respect his hustle. But I feel like me even talking about this is just, it's killing my brain cells. Like, it feels so dumb. And the only reason why we are talking about this is because of Nate, right? You know? I mean, I don't know. This is like the silliest thing I've ever really had to dive into. So let me know in the chat what you think about this. Is this fake? Is this real? Do you care? Do you not care? How many pay-per-view buys? Yada, yada, yada. We have a whole bunch of clips to show from the workouts that I haven't really seen, so we'll make fun of this. Please school him, Nate. Yeah, I hope so. CTE forgot where he was. By the way, Nate says he didn't leave. Nate said that he wound up coming back and they were gone. That's what he said. You want to hit 80K, then watch this fight. I mean, is that a threat? Is that a threat? I don't want to hit 80K that bad. Like, I would actually take this off. I would. But it's Nate. Nate's keeping me in. He's keeping me in. Very much care. Wow. So Silverback actually really cares about this. Okay. Nate was a weight bully in MMA and fought before the real competition. Oh, my God. That's a hot take right there. He went to buy weed, probably. 30 minutes in the bathroom. So, yeah, I mean, well, the bathroom apparently is outside of the building. Like, it's just weird. Like, here's why I say it's weird. Like, cameras were conveniently all over the place for this thing. You know, everyone was ready with their backpacks. You know, they're getting into the car. He's laughing. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of not buying this. I kind of think like the producers told Nate, hey, listen, you don't have to stay here for this. If you're not going to participate, we're going to just, you know, make a clip out of this and make this a whole thing. So, man, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't see this doing very well. I don't. I honestly, anyone in the chat actually buying the event? All right, 100 plus people in here. How many people in the chat are actually buying Paul versus Diaz? Let me know. And I'm not going to shame you for buying it. If it's something that you enjoy, knock yourself out. I would guarantee that 0% of our chat's buying this. He went to get milk. Of course, there's cameras everywhere. This is the gayest shit I've ever seen. It is pretty gay. I got a question. Since when has any of the Diaz brothers liked press conferences, you're saying? None of them like press conferences, but they've always participated in the Diaz way. Thoughts on MMA, Joey? I don't, who cares? Liked press conference. Like, who gives a fuck? Right-wing Texas hates weed, but only locks you up if you're smoking and black. Good. That's why we're here, Mas, so we don't have to buy it. Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be, I have a feeling we're going to have a pretty big night on Saturday because I don't see many people buying it. Not buying it. I'll watch it for free. Okay. Nate went to go see Barbie movie. I lasted 5 minutes of Barbie movie. Jessie wanted to continue, but I give her a pass. She's a female, and she played with Barbies. Dude, I don't know what to say, but it was really bad. Okay. So let's see some of this other footage from Diaz versus Paul. And by the way, we're waiting on Billy Goff to stop by. Second appearance on the MMA-Holes. So make sure you hit the like button. Billy is a very, very interesting prospect. And I promise you, you want to see this kid fight. If you've never seen him fight before, the guy's fire. The guy's an animal, man. He's not one of those dudes that's going to outpoint you. He's one of those dudes that's always looking to take your head off. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Great movie. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Nate, will you marry my mom? Nate, would you fuck my mom? Yeah. Where's she at? It's actually pretty funny. Where's she at? Oh my God, dude. What is going on? Cucking for his mom. Okay, there you go. That was actually pretty funny. Nate, will you marry my mom? One's in the chat if you want Nate to marry your mom. A lot of clips coming out here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now, I haven't seen any of this stuff. Haven't seen any of this stuff here. Okay. Billy's coming soon, so stand by for that. What's this? What's the stakes for this fight? Okay, let's see.
What are the stakes for this fight for you, do you think? Would you say, like, what's on the line?
Dude, this is so stupid. Oh my God, this is the dumbest shit. Hugs, no, we're later tonight. You guys want us to start at 11 o'clock more often? We'll start at 11. My cousin was at open workout to see Serrano, and he said it was packed. Okay, so a lot of people are in the building. Where is this at? Texas? Maybe they'll sell a bunch of tickets. I don't know. Maybe they'll sell a bunch of tickets to be. I don't know. How much would you pay for this? If it was a gift, I would go. If I was doing press, I would do it for press. I'd fake that I was interested. So the question was, look at this long ass pause.
For this fight, for you, do you think?
The stakes.
Would you say, like, what's on the line?
Fight.
Fight.
My head.
I can't stop it. Bro, stop it with this guy. Oh my God, look at Raimondi's face. You imagine if, like, Nate was just trolling his entire career. He was just trolling everyone. He's a very well-spoken man. You know, he doesn't mumble. Like, he's very well put together, big words, well read. You know? He has like a British accent or something. And like this whole time we're all getting trolled.
What are the stakes for this fight for you, do you think? Would you say, like, what's on the line?
I gotta start doing this. I gotta respond like this.
For the fight. My head.
There it is. There it is. Nate's brain was buffering. Is it weed or is it CTE or is it both? What do you would say in the chat? Weed, CTE, both. What do you think with Nate? I don't know if it's CTE. I think he's just high. I think it's a lot of weed. You know, listen. I like weed, but I am not as hardcore as Nate. Nate's been in the weed game. He's a professional, but it does after a while. I mean, if you're starting super young and you're nonstop smoking this shit, your brain's gonna be, it's gonna evaporate. Stupidity. Well, listen, none of us are geniuses around here, right? Both not CTE. Robbed Jan. I agree. Not really. No, it's not a robbery. Both stupidity, but Jan agrees. Tyson, same. Yeah, very similar to Mike Tyson. Mike was on all the drugs. Who else pauses for 5 seconds to answer the question? Elon Musk. Are we saying he's a fucking brilliant engineer? Stop punching, maybe. Weed, CTA, and Stockton, motherfucker. Oh, he's beat Down syndrome. See, I think one of the reasons why I really love Nate Diaz is because how dumb he sounds. Like it's the greatest thing ever. You know, it's fantastic stuff here. So Nate Diaz, let me know in the chat. I mean, this guy's an American hero here. He's very special. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a guest on the show, the MMA-Holes Live second appearance. This is very exciting. If you could put your phone sideways before he's doing some shadow boxing. You don't see that yet, but get ready, guys. It's going down. Here we go. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm very excited to have this man back on the show. He's fighting at UFC Singapore, 8-2-0, coming off the Contender Series, a vicious competitor in the UFC. This man over here, look at those fantastic armpits. Ladies and gentlemen, I want a big round of applause for second-time appearance, Billy Goff.
How you doing?
Oh, man. Hey, Billy. How's it going, bud?
It's going pretty well. It was a hard night, but I feel good. My weight's good, and just keep it cracking.
Yeah. So you finished the gym at 10:30 every night?
Usually, I usually go in a little early. Practice is supposed to start at like 7:30. So like today, I went to yoga from like 6 to 7, and then went to practice after that from 7:30 to about 10:30.
Wow, man. So you're a fucking busy dude, huh? I mean, when I heard the news of UFC Singapore, I was like, damn, bro, like that's what a debut.
Yeah, I wanted it to be Boston, but they didn't get me anybody, so I was like, fuck it, I don't want to wait 2 months for another close venue, so I'll just give me something else. It was either Sydney or this or that, so I was just give me whatever. I'll take whenever, where.
They dropped the ball, man. How could they not give you an opponent for Boston? That would have been crazy.
I don't know, man. I was like, it was just dumb. Like, because I don't think they have too many local guys on it. Like, they got a lot. I don't think they, like, Rob Font's not on it.
Yeah.
Guitars, right? Like, what?
That is weird.
Any local guys. So it was a weird decision to make.
Do you think it was because they just couldn't line up an opponent for you for that, or it was just they'd rather see you on the Singapore? Because that's really strange, bizarre.
I would imagine that they couldn't find the opponent they wanted for me for Boston. They couldn't find anybody to fucking line up for Boston. So it is what it is. Get a really nice finish in Singapore, and then turn around for MSG in November.
Whoa. All right. I like the way you think, man. I like this. So you're saying that you're going to go in there, knock this guy's head off, and then turn it quick around November.
That's the hope. As long as we don't get any injuries, we're good.
Holy shit, man. You're fighting a kid that's actually kind of looking for a win here. This guy's off the Contender Series as well, but coming out off a loss, got it beat by a guy named Fuggett, for God's sakes. I mean, this guy's going to be coming at you hot.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're like he didn't get the debut he wanted, and he's got to come back from that. So he definitely wants it. So
tell me how, like, when are you going to leave for Singapore?
I'd like to leave on the 20th or the 19th. So like Saturday or Sunday before, because it's like 30 hours of traveling. So it's going to be a whole fucking shebang. I'm going to get there. If I leave Saturday night, I'm going to get there Monday morning or Monday night, because they're 12 hours ahead. So on top of the 30 hours of traveling, it's another 12 hours of time difference. So I'd like to get there around Monday.
This is gonna be some story you're gonna tell your kids and your grandkids, right? My UFC debut was in Singapore. Like they'll be like, "What? What the? All this traveling and how are you gonna figure out a way to get comfortable over there, settle in, and or are you just gonna kind of wing it?"
I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, when I flew out to Vegas, it wasn't too much of a difference. I mean, 8 hours versus 20 is a big difference, but I don't usually get jet lag. I don't usually get too uncomfortable, and like for my whole career, I've never really had a fight routine. Like I don't have things that I do during the week and everything, and like this, and like I have things that I typically do, but it's not like in my mind like I gotta do this every week, every fight to camp, yada yada yada. So it's not. I'm not too worried about getting thrown off or feeling uncomfortable out there. I'm gonna have my team with me, so I don't think it'll be too much of an issue.
It's a really solid card. You know, I was looking at it before, and you got the GOAT Erin Blanchfield on that card. I mean, I'm hard on women's MMA, but Erin Blanchfield looks like she's going to be a champ very soon. Max Holloway and Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, is on that card. So, I mean, what does that mean to you to be on a card with Blessed and Korean Zombie? That's fucking massive.
Yeah, those are two fighters that I highly respect. So it'd be nice to see, just even because I'm not going to be in both of their corners, so I'll be in one of their corners, and to be able to see them warm up a little bit, see what they're like, kind of what they're like before their fights. It'll be cool. It'll probably introduce myself to a few fighters.
Yeah. I mean, those are good elbows to rub. I mean, Korean Zombie is like one of my favorites from back in the day. You know, he's not quite the same guy anymore. And when they made this matchup, I was like, are they trying to kill this dude? Like, am I crazy for thinking this? But Max Holloway versus Korean Zombie now sounds like a death sentence.
Yeah, no, it's not the like brightest outlook for the Korean Zombie, but it's not. I mean, he's game. He's a great fighter, so it's not like he's gonna go in there and lay down. It's not like he can't get the job done. It's just it's a tall order.
Yeah. And you being on this card, so you are against Yasuka Kinoshita. And I'm probably not saying this right, but this guy over here, he's got, I don't know, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm like looking at him over here. He's got that face, you know, he's got that face that looks like he's been through some shit. You know, he's got that baby face, but I'm going to punch you and hurt you. So what do you think when you see this man?
I mean, he's young, but he's been fighting grown men for a while, just like I have. I mean, we're both pretty young. I think he's just a year and a half younger than me.
He's 22.
And he looks like he's game, like he's a good striker. I haven't seen too much of his grappling, and it's just better man wins.
Are you looking to kind of just get in there, get out of there, like first round, run this dude over? Or is there like, do you want to get some extra time in that cage to kind of, you know, for your debut?
No, I mean, it's always, I want to get it as good of as aggressive and violent of a first round finish I could have. It's always a goal, but I'm prepared for 15 minutes of hell.
I'm really excited about this. Like, very excited, because you had that long break. Were you injured for a while?
Yeah, so I had my debut was scheduled for February of this year, but I had to pull out because I had a tear in my left knee in the meniscus of my left knee. Oh shit. But I had that for my last 5 fights. Like the night that I accepted the Lally fight, I hurt my left knee, and it didn't really bother me that much, so I just kept going. And then I was at a damn Naga, and I fucking tore. I had 2 tears in the meniscus of my right knee, one in the medial and one in the lateral meniscus. And that one was just really hard to train on. Like, that one was getting in my way. So I ended up getting double knee surgery in January.
Oh, my God. Dude, you're so young and you're getting these fucking knee surgeries. So what did they say after the knee surgery was done? Are they like, hey, man, you're good now? Or is it like, be careful?
No. I mean, I walked out of the hospital.
Oh, shit.
Like, the surgery was done. I woke up and I didn't need crutches. I didn't use crutches at all.
The fuck? Were you bionic? How the hell did you pull that off? Is that normal?
I think young and healthy, so it's not too bad. Like, I mean, my knees, I have, like, even when I got my arthritis, or when I got my MRI, I have arthritis in my knees already just from years of wrestling. And I mean, with the this is the trick of the trade. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing my body for this, and there's no getting away from that. I'm very healthy. I can still do a bunch of jumps. I can train 100%. I don't have to avoid anything. So it's not like I'm limited at all. I'm healthy. I feel good. My squats are just as strong.
What did the UFC say when you found out that you were injured? Were you like, oh fuck, man, this is going to be a bad conversation? Were they very supportive or what?
I was a little worried. I was a little worried that they were going to be like, all right, well, we were going to give you a good debut, but go fuck yourself now. Here's get thrown to the Sharks. Here's a undefeated guy or something. But they were fine. They were willing to help pay for. They're going to put the insurance. They offered insurance for the surgery because I was in camp when it happened. So they were supportive.
Oh, that's great. So they flipped the bill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking.
No.
Oh.
Using my insurance because I had already paid for my deductible.
Okay.
Whereas use their insurance, I would have had to cover the deductible and then cover the rest. So it saved me money to use my work insurance.
It's so annoying when I hear about this stuff with insurance and fighter pay and all that crazy stuff. But it's like, I understand you're new in the UFC, but at the same time, it's like now you're a UFC fighter, right? So how do you guys not have like that medical and shit like that? Like, what is going on? That's crazy.
So it's like you have medical insurance to a certain degree if you get hurt while in camp in the fight, or if something develops because of the fight afterwards. But like if you're not in camp, you don't get covered for shit. But they also you can get you get a ton of supplements. Like the UFC covers supplements for a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
Any fighter that wants it. So they do a good bit for you. It's just there's certain things that they don't do that's like, all right, well, even though you guys do a lot here, these certain things like fighter pay or sponsorships, that really just takes away from what you guys already do.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you got a massive platform. So at the end of the day, you market yourself right. And you're making $1 gazillion outside of the UFC just because you are a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I get my debut going, someone messaged me on Instagram the other day. They're like, good luck having like a low key life for another month. Once you blow up, knocking this shit out, it's gonna be hectic.
Dude, the way you fight, I'm telling people, I'm like, bro, like wait until they see. Like a lot of people are still unaware. When they see you fight, they're gonna be like, okay, let me follow this dude, man. So that's got to be a heavy weight to carry, because I mean you do have a very exciting style. Do you want to put on a show in this fight, or are you just looking to get that win?
It's more about the win. It's but it's just because I don't ever fight. Like I don't ever fight for the fans. I don't ever fight to entertain anybody. Like the whole thing with the Contender Series, when Dana was saying, like he came before the show, he gave us all a speech and everything, trying to amp us up, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck what you think, dude. Like I don't care if you think my fight's exciting. I mean, I do because I want you to sign me, but I'm not going to go out there and fight in the cage for you or for the fans or for anything. I'm going to fight. It just so happens that the way that I fight, I'm going to finish you constantly. That's all I care about, is trying to put you out. I don't care about so much even I just want to do as much damage to you as quickly as possible. That's how I fight. And that just, as a byproduct of that, people really like it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's I'm telling you, people are they're gonna know you after that night. I mean, win or lose, you're fucking fun to watch, and you're on a nice win streak as well. You've been finishing people left and right. A very impressive debut, a fiery debut with the Contender Series. Well, not debut, but Contender Series situation. By the way, can you tell our audience to hit the like button? I think they're lazy right now. There's something wrong with them. I think they're broken.
Hit the like button. What are you doing?
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate it. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people. All these people just staring at the screen, not hitting the like button. It's ridiculous. So after this fight, right? You say you want to turn it around in November, but I'm always fascinated by the marketing strategy and everything like that. Are you going to just catapult into doing podcasts and focusing on your social media, your merch and all that fun stuff? Or are you just going to stay focused on the fight game?
I mean, I've been trying to take them. I've been doing a little bit of merch. I have some shirts. I don't have any near me that I've sold. But it's hard because I do so many other things. I work a full-time job. I shrink wrap boats during the winter. So I own my own business doing that. I buff and detail boats during the spring. I coach wrestling. And I also try to fucking hang out with friends and have a girlfriend. So it's a lot to try to also give a shit about social media and merch and all that. So I'd rather just fight, just fuck it, just who cares. But I have taken a little bit, because the UFC, they have people to help you with your social media and like give you ideas and give you tips and everything. So they've reached out to me and I'm trying a bit to like up my posts, like put more content out, get more people engaged, and it works. But
you should make the girlfriend do it, right? What about your girlfriend? What's she doing? She's doing nothing, right?
No, she's pretty busy too. I mean, she's not in school right now, but she's doing a summer program, and she works as an internship. She has her siblings up here right now. She's pretty busy, and I got her into lifting, so she's lifting now. So she's got her own workout routine. She does yoga. She started doing pole. Bought a pole and she does that shit a bunch.
Oh, dude! Next appearance, you got to get her on the pole, man. You got to make her pole debut. For God's sakes, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be more entertaining than this.
Are you gonna get on the pole too? Are you gonna do like a duet?
I do get on the pole with her. She loves it.
They say that's like ridiculously good exercise, right? Just pulling yourself up and down on that thing.
It's calisthenics. It's like you're carrying your weight constantly. Like it is a great workout. It's a great core workout, great stability workout, balance. And you got to use your shins a bunch, so you condition your shins too.
And is your girlfriend worried about Nina Drama sliding into your DMs? You see this Nina Drama chick?
Nah,
okay.
She's not worried. I don't know who Nina Drama is, though.
Oh, that's the right answer. Yeah, no, the UFC's really pushing this girl. She's all over the place. She's like interviewing, showing Strickland. Her tits are always out, and she's everywhere.
Is she the one that she like went up to Bobby Green and like showed him DM that he DM'd her or whatever?
That's her. Yeah. Yep, that's Nina Drama.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not your type?
Nah.
No.
Like, I'm not trying to insult her.
Okay. So the UFC, we had a guy on before say that the UFC sends, like, you can get meals. Like, you could order meals and the UFC will send it to you. Are you doing that?
Let me show you.
Let's go. See, I would be all over that. That'd be fantastic. I'd be constantly. So you just hit an app and.
For one.
Look at this. So if it's only if you're in camp or.
Yeah, so they do it 8 weeks out.
That's awesome. So every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah, so it's you get 3 meals a day for 7 days a week. So you get fucking 21 meals.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Dude, that's expensive. So yeah, just flipping that bill is pretty good, right?
Yeah, I don't have to spend $150 on groceries every week anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so with this fight, you have the welterweight division to worry about, right? So what do you think about this weight class? You know, a lot of big names popping into this weight division that's making a splash. I think you know one of them that I'm probably going to refer to in a sec. But this weight class, what are your thoughts on it right now?
It's definitely stacked. There's a lot of good talent. I mean, the UFC is just evolving as it is. A lot of the new guys are very well-rounded, and everybody's dangerous everywhere. And everybody's a game opponent because MMA is becoming so popular. And the welterweight division is one of those divisions that's kind of leading that change. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited because now it's not like if you just on the fact alone, like if somebody does what somebody in the past, like if somebody does what GSP did in the division nowadays, it has more weight to it, which I'm not knocking GSP, but the division and the competition that you go against it's just deeper.
By the way, I don't mean to completely change the subject, but in the chat right now is John Gotti's daughter. And I think she's hitting on you. I don't know. I think she said something about your looks. I don't know. John Gotti's daughter's in the chat. No, she said that you look very young. It's a compliment. You got a baby face.
Appreciate it.
So there you go. Look at that. You're in with the Gottis now. What do you think?
I almost fought him. John, I almost fought him. I said yes to a fight against him, and then the promoters were fucking assholes about shit. What happened was, so I forget what he was. I think he was like 4-0 as a pro or 3-0 as a pro when I got the offer. And I had to make my debut against him, and I was like, fuck yeah, like big name, I can beat him. I've seen him, I watched him fight. Like fuck yeah, I'm taking that. And it was for, I think it was on a good, I think it was on Fight Pass, so it would have been like a big stage right away. And so I was an amateur, and I had this promoter's title, and they wanted me to defend the title as an amateur, which was dumb in the first place, but they were offering me a shit opponent, like some turd for me to fight, and I was like, no, I'm an amateur, I want fucking tough fights. I want black belts. I want fucking great strikers, great wrestlers. I want to get better. That's how my coach does it. That's how I want it. And they were like, well, this is all we got. So we got that offer. I was like, hey, we're not going to fight for you. We're pulling out. We're vacating the belt. We're going pro over here. And what happened was that bitch fucking called the promoter and said, hey, he just pulled out of this, yada, yada, yada. Don't give him the fight. And the promoter pulled the fight from me against John Gotti.
Wow. Holy cow!
It was nothing on John Gotti. I'm sure he would have said yes, but
yeah, John, he seems game. Yeah, he seems pretty game. But yeah, and then look at him now. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather and stuff. Isn't that pretty wild?
Fucking could have been me, man.
He took everything you worked for, Billy. Like what the hell? He's a very nice guy, by the way, John. Like we met him a couple times at CES and stuff like that. Super cool dude, man. He has very soft hands, which I was surprised, Billy. Like I shook his hand, I was like, this is not a fighter's hands. Very soft hands. He must moisturize.
Yeah. All the time.
You moisturize too, Billy?
Oh yeah, you got to keep that baby face.
I got to start doing.
I don't moisturize my hands really ever because they don't get dry.
Yeah.
And I like my calluses, but I moisturize my face.
There you go. What's a weird like pre-fight ritual that you have going into like fight week or whatever?
Like I was saying earlier, I don't have a routine. I don't really have a ritual. There's nothing that I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. The only thing I would say is I really like watching the movie Cinderella. What is it?
I think you could just say Cinderella. That would have been hilarious. You should have just stopped right there.
No, yeah, it's Cinderella Man, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, with Russell Crowe?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
I love that movie. That makes me cry every time.
Really? Wow, look at you. So you're not afraid to cry during a movie?
Oh, no, dude. Are you kidding me? I cry watching anime.
Dude, I cried during E.T. Like, I cried during King Kong once. I can't believe I fucking did that, dude.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Some of them, it just pulls the emotions out of you.
Do you cry in front of your girlfriend? You know, no problems with doing that?
It's easier to cry about other people's problems than it is about my own.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, if I'm watching a movie and an animal dies, I'm a fucking wreck. But if like someone gets run over by a car in front of me, I'm like, yeah, he'll be all right.
No, I've broken down a couple times. I mean, it's just life. You have highs and lows, especially in fighting. Mm-hmm. Any fighter would understand that there's ups and downs, and she's actually done a lot for my like mental health. Like she comes from a healthy family, a healthy dynamic. So a lot of the ways that I am like very obsessive about certain things or very like defensive or like, oh, I can't get too much into this. She's very healthy, which gives me a lot of room to grow, and it's been awesome. That's
great. Is this a high school sweetheart? Or is this someone like after, No, okay. See, that's good. I feel yeah. Go ahead.
Almost 3, I think, or is it almost 2? I don't fucking know. Hold on.
What's the body count you got working with? Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
You could. Okay. Could you count on 1 or 2 hands, or 3?
I would need more than 2 hands.
There you go. Very nice. Look at Billy. I have a theory. A lot of people, and don't take in the chat if you married your high school sweetheart, it's fine. But this is just my theory. I feel you have mental illness if you marry your high school sweetheart. You have to test the waters a little bit,
I would imagine. I mean, there's a lot of people who, there's a high divorce rate in America, and I would imagine that a lot of people get married pretty young, don't actually know what they want. And yeah, they end up cheating or testing the waters or just breaking up like, oh, I need to find something. Like, I think there's more out there.
True. Very true. Smart man.
That's why you don't rush. Like,
that's it.
There's nothing wrong with getting invested in somebody, but you can't sit there and say like, oh, this, I mean, it's hard because when you're in love, and especially when you're a high schooler and you're very emotional, it's very easy to think like, oh, this is it. I'm good forever. And then 2 years, 3 years down the line, you're like, all right, this kind of sucks.
Yeah. People fall in love super quick. They think that's the one, and I don't know. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. I was just curious what your thoughts were on that. Bo Nickel, I want to know your thoughts on this man, this Bo Nickel fella. He comes into the UFC. He's got this fancy, these contracts he's signing. He says he wants to fight Israel Adesanya and all this crazy stuff. Now, I understand he's a different weight class, but what do you think when you see a guy like Bo?
I want to fuck him up so badly.
Whoa.
He came into the UFC because he had so much hype from wrestling, and everybody's like, oh, he's going to be a great wrestler. And it's like, listen, wrestling is the best base for MMA, but MMA wrestling is very different from straight wrestling. If straight wrestling would directly equal MMA wrestling, DC would have gotten taken down by John Jones.
That's a good point. That's actually a very good point.
Ragdoll John Jones, because John Jones didn't go to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
DC did. And that's such a high level. Like, Bo Nickel didn't go to the Olympics, so he's not at DC's level. And someone who wasn't at DC's level beat DC. So it's not like, all right, I can't beat you. It's not that I'm not good enough. And there's certain things, because he has such a young career. I mean, he's had such little experience. I don't even think he had too many amateur fights, if any at all. And there's certain things that like you just haven't seen yet, and because all the guys he's fought in the UFC in the Contender Series, they're like, I didn't do too much research into them, but just watching against them, like, you guys are shitting your pants out there. Like, fucking get after it. Like, okay, you can take me down. I'll fucking start on my back. I'm gonna elbow the shit out of you from my back.
There you go. And so you think the hype? Do you think it's a little premature, this hype for Bo?
It's like, it depends, like, because there's different people, there's different types of hype. There's like, oh, this kid's really good, he's a great prospect, he's gonna be something. Well deserved, because he will be. He's very good, he's a great wrestler, he's smart, he's great under the lights too. He's had a lot of pressure already through NCAAs. He will be great. But people are saying like he should go fight Izzy now. Nah, you're gonna get knocked out.
Wow, that's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, Izzy's he's like, I'm going to be able to fight all these guys right now easily. Yeah, pump the brakes, right? Work your way up. Wait, what's the rush, right?
Yeah, and he's not a big 185er. He doesn't, like, he walks into his fights, he's not shredded. Yeah, which isn't like the end of the world. A lot of guys do that just to save themselves from the weight cut, which is completely fair. So it's not like the only reason Izzy lost to Jan was because he was bigger and stronger. Izzy was able to stop Yoel Romero's wrestling, who was a fantastic wrestler out of Cuba. He was able to stop Paulo Costa's wrestling. All these other guys who are great at wrestling in the middleweight division, he's able to stop all of their takedowns. What, you think just because you wrestled in the NCAAs, you're going to do it? Like, nah.
That's interesting.
He's going to prepare for you, and he's going to probably knock you out.
Now, what about you? Like, I mean, I'm assuming you have your goals for welterweight, but down the road, say when you get a little bit older, I mean, you're still filling out. I mean, you're still 25 years old. I mean, you still have time to mature even more as a man. So when you do hit those 30s and stuff like that, do you think you would ever go up? Do you think that's like the long-term plan, or you going to stay at welterweight? You ever think about that stuff?
I'm definitely going to go up eventually. I mean, I've already have.
Yeah, against Sumter, right?
Right. Yeah, the one right before the Contender Series. But it, like, when you look at me in the cage, one, I weighed I weighed less than 185 in the cage, because I was shitting my pants, and I wasn't shredded, I wasn't lean, so I wasn't an actual 185er. But eventually I could bulk up to 185. But I mean, like, of course, everybody has the vision of, now that it's more of a thing, like, I want to be double champ. I want to be triple champ. I could go up to 205.
Damn. Triple champion Goff. we're talking here. By the way, I think he just froze on me. I think, Billy, are we there? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Let me start playing the piano real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live with Billy Goff. He froze on us. I saw Angel's donation. I will get to that in a second, but let me just play the song real quick. It's Connecticut, not the best Wi-Fi. All right, Billy. All right, sad faces in the chat. If you could hit the like button, take a second to hit that like button.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We'll try to get Billy back on the program. I think that was Bo Nickel intercepting. That was Bo Nickel. He cut the cable. He's like, "How dare you say negative things about me?" Okay. He's still frozen. All right, we'll get him back on. So Billy Goff is a guy from the regional scene that the reason why we know of Billy is because of Connecticut. We got to cover a lot of events over there. That's actually where we met John Gotti with CES and all that stuff. And Billy came in and he beat our friend Justin Sumter to the fort. And I wasn't very happy about that because we love the fort. He was one of the first professional fighters on our show. But Billy did some pretty special things. He moved up a weight class, took the belt, and beat Justin. Then he goes into the Contender Series, gets into a firefight. If you haven't seen that, go run it back. Maybe it's on YouTube somewhere. And now he's fighting in Singapore. He's fighting in Singapore. He had an injury that he had to overcome, and now he's going to compete against a man named Yusaka Kunishita. I think that's how you say his name. Yusaka, he's going into hostile territory and looking to get a win there and then turn it around quickly to fight in November, Madison Square Garden. Dude, if this guy could pull that off, I'm telling you, this guy will be a household name very quick. So hopefully we can get him back on the line here. Let's see. I might have to send him another link. Hold on, let's see. Dun dun. I wonder if he knows he's frozen. Or can he hear us? I have no idea. But let's try to get him back in. The beauties of live TV. A frozen Goff. That's why I should just do these shows. Hi. This guy got a schoolboy haircut and I can't even do. So you know what's weird about Billy? You look at him, you just think a clean cut, young, good looking kid. Dude, the guy's a savage. He's a fucking savage. Wait until you see him fight. Let's see. You froze up. Do you want me to send you another link? Okay. Let's see. Or maybe his internet cut out. I don't know. 4 gummies deep? Dude, that's a lot of highness. All right, let me play this donation over here. Very nice by Angel to do this. She didn't have to do this by... Oh, Casey Jones, thank you for gifting. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like his... Okay, hold on a second. Start call. Let's send him another link. Dun 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 dun. Let me back out of this real quick. Hold on a second. Give me a second, guys. All right, meet now. Host a meeting. All right, I'm gonna send him another link. Start call. Live TV. Okay, here we go. Invite, copy link. Here, I'm gonna send him a new link. That could be a glitch. Could be a glitch in the matrix. All right, I'll send him another link. Anyway, let's see. Did you see did my message even go out about Jesse's cooking channel? I don't know. What did you say? Say it again, and I'll address it.
Super chat.
There's Angel! What a 20!
He is adorable, but don't mess with my nephew. Haha, you're the best, Moss.
Thank you, Angel, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go check out Angel Gotti's channel. They were nice enough to have me on. They're releasing some shorts. You can go check it out over there. Find out all the information. Find out all the informational. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. Yeah, Angel Gotti. Check her channel out, please. And she's like, don't mess with my nephew. That's actually kind of crazy. Goff versus Gotti would have been nuts. That would have been wild. Absolutely wild. Who knows? Maybe their stars will line up again. I'm drunk. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The kids beat me up today. I'm not gonna lie. Kids beat me up. Anyone in the chat ever get stem cell injection? Because I'm thinking about doing this. I had a 65-year-old man sell me on it today. This guy's like the bionic man in the gym. I'm like, how'd you fix your shoulder? And he's like, I had stem cells. All right, it looks like we can get Billy in here. Anyone else get that? A stem cell injection? I'm thinking about doing it. Lee Cole shorts. Yeah, check out Lee Cole III. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My phone died.
Oh, all right. There we go. I thought it was on my end. I was like, oh, shit.
Nah, you did nothing wrong. That was all me.
All good, all good.
Sorry, I'm getting ready. I'm supposed to go over to my girl's house tonight.
Oh, okay. I'll wrap it up real quick. By the way, Angel Gotti she just donated, and she said he's adorable. But don't mess with my nephew. What do you think about that?
That's very sweet of her.
This guy's fucking jacked over here. You must be getting ready for a fight or something. Are you always this jacked? What's going on, man?
Trying to. Usually when I'm trying to get bigger, man, I want to be fucking huge. I want to be like when you look at like Kamaru Usman in the cage, like he's got chicken legs, but he's fucking breaded. I want to be like him, but he might also be doing steroids. So,
Marty EPO, you think he's on steroids?
I don't know, man. He's fucking shredded.
Yeah, he's pretty
jacked.
If
he's on steroids, that's bullshit genetics. That's not fair.
That isn't. But what do you think about Izzy? What about him? Like Israel, he has the titty. He's got his little titty there. You think he's ever been on steroids?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's got so much money and he's at the top. It's like the same thing like Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva popped for steroids and he wasn't shredded. Mm-hmm. But it's not always you don't always do steroids to get jacked and huge. Yeah. You're doing steroids so that you can train 3 times a day and you can recover and you don't have as many injuries.
So so what's your ritual right now? You're freshening up? You guys looking to have some wild sex or something? Like what's going on here?
She's gonna be asleep when I get there.
Oh. Are you gonna do the old like slip into bed and start humping her butt until she submits?
Maybe. I just.
I tried the other night. It didn't work for me. What's a good technique to get them going if you're in the mood and they're not?
You jump on them and like they can't get away, so you just start kissing them a bunch until they get in the mood.
That's also called rape, is it? Yeah. All right. Oh man.
Person.
Yeah. Tomatoes, right? So tell me about some of these guys. Colby Covington, what do you think about that guy?
Hilarious. I would fucking hurt him.
Wow.
Just because he's like he complains about all the like, oh, he's not a weight bully. So it's like, all right, so you're not that big. And he doesn't look super strong. He's a very good wrestler. He's got like a lot of the guys at the top, like Kamaru Usman, his striking's not that great, but he's an amazing wrestler and he has a great fight IQ. And he's got a great jab. Outside of that, his striking's not that great. And I would outstrike him, but he'd be hard to deal with physically just because of how strong he is and how he's got really long arms. He's tall. Colby Covington does not look that strong. He's not super tall or long. He's very smart. He's got great cardio. He's got a great pace, but so do I. So your best weapon, I'm going to be able to beat you there.
All right. What about Shavkat Rakhmonov?
I want to fight him. So the only person that like I would call out, and like I can't do it after this fight because he's too high above me. But the second I get some like momentum and steam, I am going to call him out because if you watch him fight, just do me a favor, like go watch his last fight against Jeff Neal. Mm-hmm. He does not move his head off center. He'll lean away like this, but he doesn't roll and move his head off center. He sits there and he's got great knees. He's a great grappler. He's amazing. I mean, he's up at the top for a reason. He's undefeated for a reason. But you leave your hands down and you don't get your head off center. So I'm gonna hit you, and I'll probably knock you out.
Wow. And one more, Bilal Muhammad. What do you think about him?
He's definitely doing steroids.
Yeah. Wow, Bilal. You think Bilal's on? No, he's pretty jacked.
He is jacked, and I saw something like ever since, I forget when it was, ever since he joined Ali's group, he started, like, there was something, like, people were saying, calling him injection sites, and he got bigger, and he started wrestling with fucking everybody. So I don't know. I mean, listen, you can say it, and you can say, oh, this guy's doing juice, and this guy's doing juice, and you don't really know. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are, just because they have the money to, and they got connections. Like new guys, like guys that are low on the totem pole that don't have money. No, they're not doing it because I've been tested by USADA 6 times now, and so if I wanted to do something, 1, I don't know how to get away with it. 2, I don't have the money to get away with it. So it's like the guys at the top that have money and connections, like their manager Ali would have a lot of connections. Those are the guys that are probably doing it. But he's very good. He's just, his striking sucks.
Is there anyone at the weight class you're like, yeah, I don't want that smoke?
No, I'd fight anybody. I'd fight John Jones. I would do better against John Jones than Cyril Gane did.
Wow, look
at least 2 minutes I would last against John Jones.
Well, that's 2 more minutes than me. So is there any...
Yeah, like, when I look at people, like when I watch Kamaru Usman, like, all right, you're good, but my striking's better. Colby Covington's like, okay, your best weapon, I think my cardio is better. Your striking's not as good as mine. And another thing too is none of you fuckers throw elbows like I do. Bilal does terrible striking. The only person who I look at and say, okay, I struggle to find holes in your game is Leon Edwards. It's so good everywhere. So the only thing I would say about Leon, and you don't really know until they're pushed there, because I mean he ended up getting the knockout. But watching him fight Kamaru Usman for the 2nd time, and he was quitting mentally, like, okay, he didn't look like he was listening to his coach. Looked like he was out of the fight. Didn't really care. Did he get lucky with the kick? I don't know, but it looked like you were quitting. And if you're gonna quit at that high of a level, I think I'll kill you.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, I mean, listen, that headshot was fucking wild. I mean, I did not expect that to happen there. I mean, one more round, Usman would have been just still on that throne. It's kind of wild, the sport, huh?
Absolutely, it's like.
So you have anyone in mind that you're going to call out after this fight in Singapore?
No, because I can't call out. I would fight. I was hoping that Ian Gary or Jeff Neal would fall out, so I could step in on that for the Boston card, so I don't have to go to Singapore. I think Jeff Neal's an easier fight than Ian Gary. Both are really good. I think Ian Gary's got a lot of momentum, and he's damn good, and he's very long and lanky. But it's hard. I can't call out anybody in the top 15. Madalena's really good, but he's going into the top 15. So it's not like I can call out anybody because I don't know too many people. I don't watch fights too often. I don't know names too well. So I don't know anybody to call out.
Yeah. Huh. Chat, if you have any idea, give him an idea to call, because I feel like you got to call someone out. The way you're fucking talking right now, are you going to hit that mic and start just like Colby Covington in it, like going crazy on that mic? No?
No. I'm like, and like the only reason, like, I'm not like, because like when you ask me these questions, because like if you were to ask me, do I think I could beat John Jones? I would say yes. Yeah. Because, and every fighter should say yes if they want to be a world. Like, I think I could beat anybody in the world. Does that mean that's like, I understand my odds with John Jones are a lot less, but like I'm gonna go walk into every single fight like I'm gonna win, and I don't really think I'm talking shit because they're all great, they're all really good fighters. I just think I'm better. And
you don't think you should hit that mic? Like if you get this opportunity, right? You get a quick knockout in the first round. You don't think your emotions gonna take over and you're just gonna be like drop some WWE SummerSlam, whatever the fuck type deal?
No, I'm not good at shit talking, man.
Oh, man.
I'm not like that.
Okay. What if you just hit ChatGPT? Just that's what Colby Covington does, right? He has it all scripted out for him. So just have the script ready.
If that's what he does, that's upsetting. Because he's hilarious. He's so good at it. Like I can't not call COMZAT cum shot. I call him cum shot all the time on accident. It's hilarious. One of the best shit talkers for sure.
All right. Well, Billy, listen, I hope you get laid tonight. I hope you get this win, man. I'm rooting for you, man. I'm very excited.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate the time. I apologize for the cutoff in the middle.
No worries. Any shout outs before you go?
No, absolutely. My huge thank you to my team, Team Dexter Valley Tudo, the Roughhouse in Groton. They're the reason I am where I am. They've pushed me to this point. And huge shout out to all my sponsors, the Cardboard Kids, Nummies, Weiss Furniture, Accelerated Athletics. They helped me through my camp. They're helping me pay for my medicals, helping me pay for my corner's flight. So it's a huge, very grateful for all the people that are supporting me.
That's awesome. And one more thing, Diaz or Paul, who wins?
Diaz looks so slow right now, man. It sucks because I think Paul's going to win because he's got really good boxing coaches and he's becoming a good boxer. So it's probably going to be Paul. I just really wish Diaz would win.
There you go. All right, Billy. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk soon, okay?
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.
There he is. Billy Goff, live on the MMA-Holes. Let's go, champ. He's about to get laid, baby. Look at that. UFC fighters coming on right before crazy sex. Billy's a cool dude, man. Like I've seen him during the regional scene. The guy's a fucking animal. He's like the cockiness that he displays on here, there's a reason for it. The kid is, dude, he is tough as nails, man. And like he's 5'10" at welterweight, but he's a fucking solid bulldog. He's got wrestling. The dude could throw hands. He's got great elbows. The guy is vicious. Very vicious. When I saw him beat Justin Sumter, a friend of ours as well, Justin's a big dude. And this is at middleweight. Dude slipped in short notice, went up a weight class, snatched the belt at CES, and beat Justin Sumter. Sumter's he's a massive human being with a lot of skill, and Billy made it look easy. Craziness, man. Thank you, Ninja Choke. Appreciate that. Yo, Billy Goff, I'm a fan, man. I really hope he wins, and I love his personality. He's a fucking funny kid. So what do you think in the chat? What do you say on Billy Goff? He's going. It's like a. I can't believe they're not having him fight in Boston. Like it makes no sense. I mean, he's a Massachusetts dude. Like why are we not having him? It's so weird. And they're like, go to Singapore. Like what? Now I think he should be a pretty big favorite in this fight. I think he's going to do pretty well. Although he's flying, in hostile territory, he's going to be fighting. So who knows? But yeah, what a debut. What a debut for Billy Goff. Looking forward to it. Chat, what do you think? We're going to get back to the Diaz-Paul stuff. And then, we'll talk and wrap it up. He's going to whoop that Japanese dude. Let's go. He's an MMA hole, baby. Let's go.
Wonderful.
Seems like an okay kid. He's all right, man. He's a good dude. He's actually a really nice guy. Seems like a savage moss. I like him. Dude, I'm telling you right now, a couple UFC fights, this guy does what we think he's going to do. I guarantee everyone's going to be on the train, man. I guarantee everyone's going to be on a train. And a Jew said Usman is overrated. Yo, this guy was saying everyone was a Jew. Said I love Bilal Muhammad. I haven't heard that one yet. That's great, man. Got the right mindset to be a champ one day for sure, man. Listen, like he thinks he could beat anyone. That's how you should think. He's right. I bet he starts bar fights all the time. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hit that fook and bash that like button, man, if you enjoy the content. Family and channel has really grown in 3 or 4 years. Been watching. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate you stopping by. It's very kind of you. See Jamal Hill. Yeah, I did. I gotta be honest with you. It's kind of gay, man. Like that whole thing. I mean, I don't know. I've been ripping on Ariel for a minute. I don't disagree with Jamal. I don't. But at the same time, I do feel like Jamal's being kind of a baby too. So it's weird. I like Jamal Hill a lot. I do, but at the same time, he's coming across as a little whiny. I'm on his side because I think Ariel's a two-faced fuck. But I mean, it's just like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, and everyone's just like talking about it. Like I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Like I feel like everyone's clipping and doing uploads. Did you see this? Did you see Jamal Hill? I know Ariel's a cunt. We've been saying this for fucking 7 years. Ariel's a two-faced cunt. He's a hypocrite. I've been literally screaming about this for 7 years. Now everyone knows. Like it's fucking Jamal, dude. You're 7 years too late. This is old news. Absolutely old news. We all knew this, but for some reason it was like, wow, Jamal Hill said this? Dude, it's fucking crazy. Ariel interview with Diaz was awkward as fuck. All right, let's look at some of this stuff over here. because Ariel is like intertwined. I did see Ariel's response, and I'm like, it's like he's like, come on my show, and I'm like, oh, fucking Ariel, man, shut up. Don't beg for him to come on your show and straighten it out. Like, what? All right, so let's look at some of this stuff over here. All right, here's Nate Diaz with A Real Fighting Inc. That's his actual company over here. So he's promoting, getting some good promo.
Before that, my brother had...
Okay, his music there. I'm not going to play that. Why does everything have music? So we saw this where Nate Diaz walked off the stage. I think that's part Nate didn't want to be there, part production team saying, hey, we're just going to record this and put it out there. I didn't see Jake, though. So apparently Jake laced him up and did train. Usually he's doing some hot yoga or some shit. So let's watch Jake Paul.
But I feel like that's going away. And yes, we apologize
with his Lawrence Taylor earring.
Apologize for any offensive language. That's the fight game, my friends. But like I said, Logan competing on Saturday at Ford Field, asked to be the first match against Ricochet, and then he's getting on the PJ and he's flying to Dallas here to support his brother. And I do believe I see Jake Paul's mom in attendance.
What am I watching? I think Jake's going to win, if anyone's asking. We're going to, by the way, if you're wondering, we are going to react to both fights on Saturday. It would be stupid. Our biggest fight night that we reacted to was a Jake Paul fight, which is ridiculous. But so we'd be dumb not to react to it. And listen, Nate, of course, we're going to root for Nate. Like I said before, I hope Nate wins. I don't think that's going to happen, but if Nate doesn't win or if he's getting boxed up, I hope he just makes it a circus and makes it like, just makes a fool out of Jake even making this fight in the first place. But people are in the building. Everyone's got their cell phones out. You know, it looks like people are interested. Some people in our chat are interested.
What a journey for this man, going from undercard of the KSI Logan Paul fight.
And Ariel's doing all the heavy lifting on the mic.
In the day,
you need me here. You need me. I would sell the shit out of this. I'd pretend I was into it. And I wouldn't be like, all right, what an event right now. Blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be doing clothespin on the nose. I would make it fun. Ariel, make it fucking fun.
The first fight, the amateur fight, made his debut.
Pad Walker's trash. Yeah, I mean, nothing special, right?
In early 2020 against Anderson Gibb.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, if you're a real boxing fan, you see Jake hitting pads, you probably want to vomit, right?
Knocked him out, returned to fight Nate Robinson, knocked him out in November of 2020 in the undercard of the Tyson-Roy Jones Jr. fight.
I don't know. It's boring as fuck. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess this is a Q&A. What's this? A mom asked Nate Diaz if he could take a picture with her son. And okay, let's see. Is this the same thing we saw before?
Can we get a picture with you and our boys?
She wants to get a picture with the boys. That's a good move. Bring the kids there, pulling the heartstrings. Like it. Nate better wreck this kid, or he's getting clowned for days. And dude, if Nate just gets flatlined in the first round. All right, Diaz fans out there in the chat, if you're Team Nate, you know, Stockton motherfucker, if you're like hardcore, because we got some real hardcore Nate Diaz fans in the chat, right? If Nate gets starched in the first round, what are you going to think? Like, what are you going to say over here? Are you going to say this?
Do you guys like fruit?
Are you going to say, do you like fruit? Like, how are you going to, because I got to be honest with you, Anderson Silva losing still bothers me. Like, it's still, I still can't wrap my head around the fact that Anderson Silva lost the fight to Jake. He didn't get knocked out, but he still lost. I'm still shocked about that. Nate is trash. I never cared about the Diaz brothers. Jake Paul is more entertaining. Whoa. I love Nate. I buy his merchandise. I'm going to laugh. You know, it's funny. I like Nate, but if he gets knocked out in the first round, I'm probably going to laugh too. I probably am. Because, dude, you signed up for this. You know? I probably will laugh. I probably will. You think Jay is on steroids? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. By the way, if you missed Billy Goff on the show, run it back. He mentioned who he thought was on steroids on the UFC roster. You're probably going to want to see that. So if you jump in right now, you missed Billy on, please run it back and let me know in the comments what you think. I thought his interview was great. I'm not even going to watch. I'm just going to watch the stream. Hell yeah. Let's go, Gabe. Let's go, champ. I got you. Sometimes I got to do the dirty work. You know, I got to watch these fights. I got to let you know what's going on. And yeah, so I got you covered. Well, listen, come Saturday, you know what I'm going to do. You know what we're going to do. We're going to have a damn good time with it. Inside, I'm going to be dying. I'm going to be dying inside, but I will put on a spectacle Saturday night. I'm going to think Nate took a dive just so he can make a couple of $1 million if he's going to. You know what would be funny if Nate just fucking falls on the floor and just pretends like he makes it look so dopey. But you can't really do that. There's a commission involved. Like there's a lot of things involved that if you do make it look like that, man, people will be losing licenses and shit. So just rewatch the whole interview. Goff has a hog on him, huh? Dude, the guy's got balls of steel, man. He does. Nate don't drive. Oh, dive? Or does Nate drive? I don't even know if he drives. I'll be watching the stream tomorrow. All right, let's go, baby. We got you covered. We got you covered. You will not have to purchase it. I will tell you exactly what's going on. Well, at least in the main event. I saw Jeremy Stevens is fighting Avila. I was like, all right. I don't know.
Here, my man.
So the kid's going to take pictures with Nate.
Being that fella, he wants him to sign. If we can get Nate's pose with that.
That's cool. Good for these kids. It'd be funny if Nate just stopped and slaps him. They just fucking slaps him. Just made the kid's day. Yeah, he even gives them. look how he. What's up, kid? What's up, kid? My first time, motherfucker. Dude, Nate's the best. Yeah, this guy, dude, he's like a cartoon character, man. He's amazing. These kids are like, yeah, the kid's doing this stuff. He's doing this little kid's doing a little. He's doing the rolled up. Like the rolled up, dude. That's hilarious, man. Dude, that's so funny. This kid's a fan. Dude, he's doing the flex. He's doing the flex. Dude, he's doing the fucking bad posture flex. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it together. The bad posture flex, something that Nate has, like, it's his signature flex. No one flexes. Bobby Green stole it. Bobby Green stole it. That's Nate's flex. This kid, you'd imagine this kid down the road becomes like a phenom. He becomes a fighter as well. Did you see what I said about Jesse's cooking channel? I said it was awesome and better than all cooking. Oh, that's very nice of you. Yeah, she took a break. She took a break, but thank you. Go binge watch those. She liked doing it. I could commentate for Real Fight Inc. Let's do it. Sign me up. Dude, I would kill it. I would kill it. We've done it. We've done commentary for like Flex and stuff like that. It's fun, man. We've done it before. It's not our first rodeo, but yo, sign it up. Hook it up. Just don't go against the UFC. Make sure you schedule an event on another night, and I'll do it.
Oh my God.
When I did commentary for Triton fights, I legit had fighters want to fight me. Like, like fighters like could not stand me. They were so mad at me because of the jokes I was saying during the commentary. So it might be like Dennis Leary or Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller when he did the Monday Night Football. It might be like that. It might be a complete train wreck, but I do it. There it is. There's the flex, guys. There's a flex. Although Nate's pulled back with the flex. Usually he's like, but he's pulled back. He's showing off the guns. Nate might be on the sauce too. Hold on a second. Yo, Nate got muscles now. Nate never had muscles. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. Yo, Nate's showing some bicep. He's showing some bicep.
Do you guys like fruit?
Do you guys like fruit? Nate's showing some bicep, guys. He might have taken it serious. He might have hit the weights. All right, that's Nate. Nate and the kids. Thanks, Jay. Thank you, Jay. It's very kind of you. Is this more? Let's see.
He seems like he's irritated that he thought that maybe you would promote the fight differently, or
that's his problem. I might even get in a little kid argument with the guy and act like we're in any realer than it is. It don't get no realer than this anyway. So I don't.
When has Nate promoted the fight? This is what Nate has always done. This is how he promotes fights. This is why people love him. This is what he does. So what the fuck did Jake want him to do? TikTok videos? Like, what did Jake want him to do? This is what I fucking do. I just hear my mumble and I leave. I just fucking leave.
I don't need to act like it's.
I just fucking leave, man. I just show up and I just fucking like, I don't know, Nick Diaz arm, motherfucker stock. You know, that's what I do.
I don't talk a bunch of shit like he wants to do. I don't even want to go to a press conference to argue with nobody.
I like to sway in my chair when I talk. That's what I fucking do.
Let's just stay the away from each other. It's part of my language.
At least he said part of my language. When are we gonna figure out what's up with Jake's hair? And why does MMA Guru have the same fucking haircut? It's called the cover up your receding hairline do. Like, what is this? And kids, I see kids at the gym doing this. Like, why are they all doing this? It looks like a fucking poodle died on their heads. Like, why is this happening? Why? What is going on here? How do I do a super chat? Hit the $sign in the chat or Streamlabs. Feel free to support the show. Thank you.
He doesn't even have that much mental capacity.
He doesn't have that much mental capacity. I don't think Nate is a dumb guy. He's just not well read, right? He's not a book smart dude. He's a street smart guy, right? He does his talking with his hands. But I don't think Nate is necessarily dumb. I just think he's just not educated. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the same. Maybe people think that's the same, but it's not. Being dumb, like, you could be smart and not educated, you know? And I don't think Nate is necessarily dumb. He talks dumb. He talks like he's dumb, but I don't think he is.
Nah. I think people are scared of him and his, like, wannabe cholo friends, but I think they're all fucking bird brain idiots.
He called him wannabe cholo friend. Oh my god, dude. Every once in a while, Jake gets me. Sometimes I hate it. I laugh at some of the things this fucking guy says, but he got me.
If you're one of his opponents and you're scared of...
Dude, imagine losing to this guy. Dude. And which he probably will. Dude. Oh my god. Nate can't lose to this guy.
The way he acts and him throwing water bottles at people, then maybe, he can get in your head. But I'm not scared of anything or anyone on his team.
Because you're like 2 times his size and his team's, you're a big dude.
Or anything like that in general. And he's not the smartest guy in the world, so like...
It looks like someone shot a load on his ear. It looks like something about Mary, and there's just cum hanging. Is that earrings or cum? What's on his ear? Hold on a second. I don't know if I could show that on YouTube. Did someone jizz on Jake Paul's ear? What is that hanging off? What's that? Is that jizz? Dude, what the fuck? Is that Ariel's load on his ear? Is that Nate's load? I just fucking shot my nut. I busted my nut on his ear. That's Nate's load on his ear.
His words.
Yeah, that's his load. That's a load. That's a load, guys. He shot a rope. He shot a rope on Jake's ear. We need John Gotti III to fight this guy. That's what we need. How do we make that happen? John III versus Jake Paul. That's what we need. That's the people's fight. I hate the thought that Jake might beat Nate. Jake's probably going to beat him. I'm like 99% positive. Oh, here we go. Jake would KO 99% of the chat. Dude, Jake would kill me, man. He's like fucking twice my size. Jake would kill me. He would fucking kill me. How about Billy Goff versus this guy? Yo, Billy would fucking mutilate this dude. Come on.
And the sentences he can't complete don't really bother me.
Oh my god. This is a weird thing. It's a weird thing we got going on here. Oh, it is on ESPN Plus. Hey, everybody.
How about this, guys? ESPN and Top Rank to bring most valuable promotions into zones. Jake Paul versus Nathan Diaz fight to ESPN Plus pay.
Wow. So it is on ESPN Plus. Well, if you're going to buy Paul versus Diaz, make sure you use our link. Wow. So is that, let me just see this really quick here. Oh boy. Hold on a second. So 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m., 7, 8, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. The event will be what? 10, probably over on 11-ish. Dude, this event's going to end. Oh my. This event is most likely going to end right before the Jake Paul fight. Holy shit. Dana White. That's wild. Remember the movie There's Something About Mary? Yeah, Ben Stiller answer the door with the load. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Jake Paul's earring looks like that load. Wow. Huh. You know what? They're going to be having Jake Paul, dude. They're gonna be having Jake Paul, Nate Diaz ads while this card's going on. I wonder what the UFC thinks about that. Does just like Jake Paul? She doesn't even think about it. I don't know. She doesn't really. I don't know. I've never really asked her. I don't remember when we used to react to fights with her. Watching Jake, I don't know if she really cares. I'm not sure. Can't wait to. What? I can't repeat that. I'm sure you're in the majority, though. I don't think anyone's going to buy it. I don't. But if you do, use our link. Use our link. That's Nate and Leon. There's the Jizz. It's back. Well, actually, I don't know if... Is that the Jizz? That looks like Jizz.
Angry person deep down. I'm going to take out all of it on your fucking face. And there's nothing you could do to fucking beat me. I'm built different. I want...
Oh, boy.
This more than you. I have more of a why. I'm more tapped in. I'm more emotionally intelligent. I'm more spiritually connected. I've worked harder every single day, in and out. I have a better team. I have a better support system.
This is like, it just feels so fake, man. Like, this isn't even like, this feels goofy.
And guess what? Me winning this fight is for the higher benevolent good of the universe. And so it's not just me in the ring. It's all of my...
I can't even listen to this. By the way, I don't hate Jake. I don't. Like, I feel like what he's done is very impressive. You know, like how he's marketed himself as a fighter now when he was a former Disney star and a YouTuber. I don't hate Jake. I don't hate him. You know, and he's fighting all these guys and getting, you know, these big bags of money. The dude's loaded. He's got his house in Puerto Rico. He's got a fucking mansion over there. Like, the kid's killing it. So no hate for Jake in that aspect. As a businessman, I have nothing but respect. But fucking hell, man. As a grown man watching this, I feel like I question myself. Covering this, I question myself. And Ariel Helwani sitting there, like, he likes to think of himself as a reputable journalist, and he's like, I mean, listen, money talks. So you'll, if they pay you the big bucks, you're gonna make it like you like everything. You know, I get it. You got to feed your family, so I totally get that. But I wonder if he thinks, or Luke Thomas, like if they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm covering this shit. I would imagine Luke Thomas is probably one guy that probably bashes his head off the fucking wall when he gets back to the hotel as he's pounding scotches into his fucking face. I guarantee Luke Thomas, after he covers an event like this, he's beating the shit out of himself, just punching himself in the face. What was that movie? What was that? What was that? That Jim Carrey movie where he's just beating the fuck out of himself. Like, I feel like that's what Luke Thomas does after he has to cover this nonsense. But anyway, it's going down Saturday.
Hey, tell him that shit again. Tell him. Hey, tell him that shit again. Tell him that shit.
Jake's got himself a new girl, it looks like. Tell me that shit again. Yeah, it's a different girl. What happened to his other girl? He's got a different girl. Good for him.
I just heard Jake Paul saying something about, like, he didn't want to bring it on the stage. I'm like, I'm not.
Damn, Nate looking old as fuck. Holy shit, man. How old's Nate? How old's Nate Diaz? Does anyone know in the chat? Fucking hell. How old is he? Anyone know Nate's age? Was it Liar Liar? Yo, dude, like Me, Myself, and Irene was so funny. That movie is... I got to watch that one again. Was it Liar Liar when he beat himself up? He's 42, 38, 56. So we got every... Look at these fucking assholes. Look at the assholes in my chat. Look at them. They all have different ages. I think 38 might be it, though, right? It seems like... I'm going to go with the majority. 74, 40, 38, 69. 38, thank you. Okay, thank you. So 38 years old. Well, I hope he's getting paid a lot. I don't know how much he's making. I'm sure this might be the most he's... I don't know. He probably made a lot against Conor, right? I had Masvidal fight, too. The BMF fight, I bet he made him... is this the biggest bag, do you think he made?
On stage.
Me, Myself, and Irene is hilarious. I love that. Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny, Me, Myself, and Irene. That's, I mean, people, if you haven't seen that movie after the stream, do yourself a favor, go watch it. So funny, man.
Argue. I'm not gonna get into an argument with anybody. If we are, I'm gonna probably sock your ass. You know, I'm a real fighter. I want to fight. I said whatever I said in the media before was a counter to whatever he was saying.
What is he even saying? I don't know. What are you saying?
And I was like, yo, then you're
10 million? No, I don't think he's making 10 million. Way lower than that. Right? I don't know. Is he even making $1 million on this? I don't even think he's making $1 million on this.
You're the guy, I'm gonna have to fight you. I'm a professional athlete.
He said like 800K or some shit, which is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but I don't even think he makes $1 million.
I'm a businessman also now, and I'm here to handle my business and get done what I gotta get done. I'm not an animal.
There we go. Watching some promo for Paul versus Diaz. Here's Diaz having some fun again.
Knock him out. I'm in no hurry as soon as I can.
I'm in no hurry the sooner... What? What does that even mean?
Knock him out. I'm in no hurry as soon as I can.
I'm in no hurry as soon as I can. Isn't that contradict? I'm in no hurry as soon as I can. Or does that mean he's going to take his time? You think it's 10 million he's going to make on that? I highly doubt that. 5 million, man. You guys are super high. I don't honestly, I don't even think he makes $1 million. I don't. I hope he's making a ton of money. The crowd's cheering. They're like, what did he just say? All right. We don't know what he said, but let's just cheer.
Who next? Who has a question for me?
The follow-up question should be, what did you just say? What does that mean?
All right, got an Oakland A's hat on, so we'll pick you.
Okay. Let's see. What else did we miss here? This is Ariel talking to him. I didn't see any of this shit. This is the first time seeing this stuff.
It just shows because all the big fights I've been in, these have all been my ideas. Even this guy, he talks about manifestation and how he manifests.
Yo, this dude is morphing into Tyson. It's weird, man. He's literally morphing into Mike Tyson. He sounds just like him.
It just shows because all the
I'll eat your fucking
big fights I've been in, these have all been my ideas. Even this guy, he talks about manifestation and how he manifested all this.
Manifestation. His tongue. Oh, God, his tongue has CTE.
About manifestation and how
Manifestation.
he manifested all this.
He's going to slap the shit out of me when he sees me, man. Hopefully I never run into Nate Diaz. He fascinates me, though. Like, his everything about him. If I, like, try to mimic the way someone speaks, it's because I'm just mesmerized by the way they deliver their lines. Manifestation.
And how he manifested all this stuff. I manifested this.
Yeah.
Too. I've been manifesting shit before this guy was even.
He's just saying manifesting. It's like he just learned the word. It's like he just learned the word manifest.
Fights I've been in, these have all been my ideas. Even this guy, he talks about manifestation and how he manifested all this stuff. I manifested this Two, I've been manifesting shit before this guy was even
All
in the game.
Right.
Why doesn't Ariel just say, "Hey, well, tell me more about manifestation"? Like that's you're like. Instead, Ariel's like, right. No, say, Nate, can you explain to me what is all this manifestation, manifesting that you're doing? Here's Jake. Jake Paul believes after he beats Nate Diaz, Nate will accept his MMA offer.
He has still yet to accept the $10 million offer to fight you.
Do you guys like fruit?
In MMA. I asked him just moments ago, and he says, I don't fight in other leagues. If we're going to fight, it's going to be in the UFC or my promotion. Would you be willing to do that?
Look, I mean, it would be his promotion with the PFL. For sure. It could be Real Fight Inc. and PFL. And to me, that's a cheap cop-out excuse.
He didn't, like, completely shut it down, but the PFL component seems to be the issue with him. Is there any way around that? Or if you're fighting MMA, it has to be PFL?
If I'm fighting MMA, it's in PFL.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Yeah. That's, I mean, he's got a contract with PFL. Of course he's got it. That's.
You think it happens next year? 2024?
I mean, once I beat his ass on Saturday, he's going to want revenge.
No, I mean, with or without Nate?
Oh, potentially. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I want Nate. I want Nate. That's,
you want
that's
Nate
who I
in
want.
MMA?
That's who I want. So if it's Nate.
Yeah, because you're way bigger than him. But Nate in MMA? Oof. Oof.
Do you guys like fruit?
It's 2024, yeah.
And it's a $10 million offer.
See, that's so much more interesting.
Yes, for him.
And has he accepted it? Like behind the scenes, like what is your hunch? What is
No,
your
he
feeling?
hasn't accepted it. I think he's kind of leaving it open-ended to see what happens Saturday.
I don't understand. Why isn't this happening first in MMA? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, why are they boxing? Like, if Jake really wants to do MMA in the rematch, like, if he's really down for that, why didn't they do that first? Did Nate not want it? Like, that's just weird, man. That's, like, way more interesting. Way, way more interesting. The playing field gets a little bit more leveled, even though Jake's still a lot bigger. I just don't know. Like, the boxing thing is just, I feel it's so lopsided for the bigger, harder puncher in Jake, the younger man. And I mean, I don't know the pitter pattering of Nate. I just don't know, like, how is that going to win this fight? Nate doesn't, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's really bizarre.
$10 million offer to fight you in MMA.
If they offered Nate $10 million to fight in MMA, where he'd win, they giving him $15 million probably to lose. Can't trust the polls. They wanted Jake to have a win first, or nobody would watch the second fight. I mean, I think we would watch either way. You know, if Jake loses to Nate in MMA, like, that's supposed to happen, right? But the fact that Jake actually took, you know, the risk and to do that, and then they followed up with boxing, it just makes the boxing fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they had a 2-fight deal, if he says, hey, listen, let's do MMA first, and then the next thing we'll do boxing. I'll jump into your fucking cage. You jump into my ring. I find that way more fascinating. If Jake just starches Nate Diaz in the first round, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd still be interested in MMA, but I feel like it's kind of lost its luster, you know? I don't know. Do you guys like fruit?
Do you guys like fruit?
All right, now we're fucking buffering. All right, a couple more clips of this stuff. I do feel a little dopey reacting to this. But let me know in the chat what you guys think so far.
Potentially. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I want Nate. That's
Nate
who I
in
want.
MMA?
That's who I want. So if it's Nate, it's 2024, yeah.
And it's a $10 million offer.
Yes, for him.
And has he accepted it? Like, behind the scenes, like, what is your hunch?
No, he hasn't accepted it. I think he's kind of leaving it open-ended to see what happens Saturday.
Okay, if you beat him, do you think he says yes to it?
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll want that get back. And he'll realize that he's not going to get as much money once he loses to me anywhere else.
Do you think he goes back to the UFC if he wins?
He's not going to win.
Ooh, confidence. Confidence. Mr. Paul brother with the confidence. Kill or be killed. The Nate Diaz army is there. What is Jake saying over here?
Yeah, whatever he wants to do, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Saturday's his last day of being a fighter. I'm knocking him the fuck out, putting him to sleep. He's a bitch, he's a bully, and he's not a professional like I am. That's why I'm doing this at the highest level. That's why he needs me to bang these fights. Knocking him out. I'm too sharp, too fast, too prepared. Had the best camp of my life, so I'm going to...
Does anyone in the chat think Jake doesn't get that knockout? Does anyone think that Nate outpoints him? Does anyone think that? Jake's a snow roach? Yeah, he is. Go 1-1 at worst. Nate is taking a dive. Man, dude. I know anything's possible, right? But man, Nate taking a dive? Fucking hell. Dude, that's rough. I'm not sure if you talked about it, but did you see the fan that told Beneil to move? Yeah, we actually reacted to that, yeah. I don't know if it was on this channel or the second channel. I'm not sure. But make sure you subscribe to Not the MMA-Holes. Not the MMA-Holes, because we react to everything over there. The longer it goes, the better it is for Nate. Nate's slapping people. Like, was he going to slap him with the boxing glove? Like, that pitter-patter, bop, 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 bop. Like, I mean, I don't know if that really is going to work. The fan was an idiot. It was kind of hilarious, though, but he did do Beneil dirty. I think Nate gets dazed and thinks it's MMA and submits Jake. That'd be amazing. Jake beat Anderson Silva. He did, and it still bothers me. Listen, if Jake Paul beat Anderson Silva, I see him doing the exact same thing, if not worse, to Diaz. Unless Jake just pumps the brakes and plays with him a little bit, lets him have a couple of rounds here and there. I don't know, but I mean, I feel like Jake could knock Nate's head off. Nate better wreck this kid with a solid punch. Dude, if Nate flatlines Jake Paul, oh my God, that would be amazing. Dude, that would be so fun. If Jake just gets flatlined by Nate. Oh, dude, that would be nuts. But I don't know how that happens. Unless his volume just bop, 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 just keeps going at it. He wanted a longer fight. He breaks down Jake and then drops him late. Dude, that would be nuts. Dude, that would be... It's the reason why we're watching, right? It's the reason why we're watching. Jake will box his ear off. If Jake loses, this whole boxing thing is done, I think. Nah. You have KSI's fighting... I can't even believe I'm talking about this. KSI's fighting... what's his name? Tommy Fury. You know, and Jake is fighting after this Tommy Fury fight. He's still, at the end of the day, an influencer. Dude, this guy could just keep losing and keep fighting. Think about this. Logan Paul hasn't really even... He hasn't won a pro fight yet. And he's talking about fighting again. Like, these guys would just keep losing. It doesn't... Jake is such a huge star with his social media, his YouTube. He's killing it in all aspects. He's got a massive fan base. Jake will just fight until he's bored. That's what's going to happen. A Nate cut, I mean, you saw it under his eyes. I mean, he does have that puffy scar tissue. Yeah, KSI is fighting Tommy. Logan Paul might fight Darren Till or Dennis. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, dude, it's getting out of control. And it's another reason why, you know, I know boxing fans aren't thrilled when I shit on boxing, but it's another reason why it puts a big blemish on the sport of boxing, you know, because honestly, it's weird. As much as I think this is cringy as fuck, I'm still more interested. Let me put it to you this way. I'm watching this. I'm watching Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. And I'm watching this, and I didn't watch Spence versus Crawford. What's that tell you? No, I'm not saying if I'm paying for it or not, but still, I'm watching this, and I didn't watch Crawford versus Spence. This has way more of my interest. And maybe it's because
casual.
I'm a casual in boxing, and that's fine. You know, I mean, I'll take it on the chin, man. I'm not a big, you know, I'm not a massive diehard with boxing, but I'm watching this. It's got my attention. Crawford Spence, I couldn't give two fucks about. And that was supposedly like the biggest fight of the year. It was supposed to be all this crazy stuff. But here I am talking about Jake Paul versus Nate, and mostly because of Nate. Let's be honest. No, I didn't watch. And you know what? I feel good about not watching Spence Crawford because when I watched the replay, it was terrible, man. It was a lopsided mess. It was a terrible walkout. Eminem mailed it in, left him walking halfway by himself. Crawford was way more dominating. And yes, he put on a performance for the ages. I mean, listen, maybe Spence is just massively overrated. Maybe you guys sold a shit fight. I'm so glad I didn't pay for that shit. You know? It's a terrible fight. Let's be honest. Like, does anyone think Crawford versus Spence was a good fight? It was the biggest fight since Canelo Triple G. Dude, that's such a slap in the face to Canelo Triple G. It's such a slap in the face. Like, it shouldn't even be in the same fucking stratosphere. Crawford beat the fuck out of Spence. Beat him down. Like he didn't even belong in there. Lopsided mess. Boxing's so boring unless it's a gimmick fights like this. Yeah, I mean, if you're an MMA fan, yeah. If you're a boxing fan, I get it, man. I get it. You know, you love the sport, and it's all good, man. I have nothing against boxing fans loving boxing. It's just, for me, I mean, like I've said it a million times, I'm a UFC fan. So it's like, when I watch boxing, it's like, it's watered down fighting to me, you know? But if you're a boxing fan, you love the sweet science, listen, I get it, man. They're massively talented athletes, you know? It's just the way it's marketed. Their best guys, like you guys went so crazy over Crawford and Spence because they never match up their stars. They're just beating up cans. No one wants to fight each other. There's a million belts. It's a disaster. And it's why things like this are coming up, you know? It's why that's happening. But like I said, boxing's going to be around forever. It's not going anywhere. It's, you know, it's still massive. Let's see if there's anything else I missed over here. I think we pretty much said it all about this. So I'm still most likely going to pick Paul if you just want a prediction. But I'm rooting for Nate, man. My heart's with Nate. What's this? He's signing a belt. Damn, they're screaming, man. These guys, dude, easy. They sound like grown men. What are you screaming about? Dude, what's wrong? Dude, what is going on? What are these grown men? They got to be kids. No, I did not see Moicano's video on Bobby, but does he want it? Do I think I'll hit 80K? Oh, it's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. We'll see. It depends how I play. I gotta be in the zone, man. I gotta be in the zone. I gotta be pure. I gotta be peak troll mode, and I think we can make a strong run for 80K. Yes, but I gotta be peak troll mode to do it. I have to be in the zone, man. So I'll give you my best. Jake Paul versus Wonder Boy. Pay-per-view rules, kicks only. Moicano said, what did he say? Said he only wants Green if Hooker, Turner, Chandler don't want to fight him. But Moicano is down to... Dude, Moicano would fuck Bobby Green up. He would fuck him up. I know he's coming off an injury and, you know, it's been a long break, but, dude, I would bet the house on money. Dude, I can't believe Sadiq Yusuf is fighting Edson Barboza. Like, I still can't wrap my head around that. That's a fire fight, man. Moicano versus Bobby Green. Dude, I mean, Moicano all day. That's funny. Good for Hinato. The guy's a fucking cool dude, man. He's a really, really cool dude. You know, a video popped up of this guy Mason saying something like he was upset that we had him on first. Like, it's like, bro, man. What the fuck? I just saw that the other day. I put it in the Discord. I was like, what's wrong with this guy? Frank Mir used to have some seriously good boxing. He actually did. He was, yeah. Would you be down for Conor Gaethje? Yeah, at this point, I just need Conor to come back. You know, like, I just want the juice. You know what I'm saying? I want that buzz again. He's not the same. The old Conor is gone. But I miss a lead up into a Conor fight. And it's just like, you know... Doing these streams when it's Conor fight week, dude, it's fucking nuts, man. It's so much fun. Boxing is a fundamental of MMA, yeah, along with other martial arts. Yeah, you could say that about a lot of martial arts. It's one skill, and that's it. in a buffet of skills. That's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. If you think about it that way, there's a reason why, you know, MMA fans think boxing's a joke. Like, MMA, it's like, dude, it's a toolbox full of fucking martial arts skills. You fucking open it up, you pick out what tool you want to use, you use it. Boxing's one you're literally fixing things with one tool. But it's the sweet science. No, bro, it's not MMA, you know? You know, it's not. But like I said, I have no problem. If you're a big boxing fan and you like that over MMA, that's fine. That's fine. But like I said, you have to understand where we're coming from here. You know? There's a big difference. There's a big difference in actual, you know, in combat. You know? But I hate having that conversation because it's like, if people like boxing, it's cool, man. I'm cool with that. I have no problem with it. You know? If you're just coming at me saying that boxing's better, it's just like, bro, pump the fucking brakes, man. You know? But yeah, I have no issues with boxing. There's still some sort of entertainment with it. All right, I think that's it with this. I think we sucked this thing dry. There's really nothing else. Let's pop it off. So yeah, here's the tail of the tape. Let's see what this thing is. 26 versus 37. Jake's got 7 fights, 35 for Nate, but that doesn't really line up. This is Nate's technically his first pro boxing fight, right? 1 loss, 13 losses. Dude, like, this tail tape's silly, man. This is silly. So Jake is 6'1" and Nate is 6 foot, so there's only an inch difference. Okay. They got the same reach. And what the fuck is 13 ST 1 pound? What is that? What's that metric system? I have no idea what that means. What's their weights? What are they going to weigh in as? Same reach. Almost same height. Jake looks so much bigger, man. He looks massive. I know Jake walks around way heavier than Nate. Huh. That's interesting. Is that new shirt you just put out? That's damn cool. Carnage? No, this is actually old. I don't know. We did drop a new shirt, though. We did drop a death shirt, by the way. Shout out to D-Rest. A little throw to D-Rest. A little shout out to D-Rest over here. I'm thinking making a line of death shirts. I think they're hilarious. So I was playing around. I got high one night. You could tell when I'm high and making designs. Like, I just throw things out there. I thought this was fucking cool, man. So we dropped this one. Actually, there's 20% off our store. So, like, we don't really make much off of it. But I like that you guys get shit from our store because it, you know, it's just you guys rocking our shit, I think is really cool. So, yeah, 20% off our store. I agree. We got the new death shirt over here, a line of death shirts. And if you check it out over here, it's got this dragon with some boxing gloves on. It's got a fucking badass bod on him, this dragon. He's got the MMA-Holes logo on his gloves, glistening on the gloves over here. And then underneath is death right over there. Look at that. That's a fire design right there. I got to admit, that shit's pretty fire, man. And this is straight out of a gummy, man. Dude, this is a straight out of a gummy. So, dude, I think that's pretty sick, man. I think that's pretty sweet. That might be one of our nicer designs. But, yeah, 20% off. 6-day deal. You can get a tank top or a tee for this. Tank looks pretty cool, too. I saw Hearns bought one. Thank you, Hearns. Appreciate that. The death shirts. What I'm thinking about doing with this line of shirt, I'm thinking about doing, like different type of silhouette type things or black and white things. So, basically, like, if there's a big knockout or something, that's like a signature knockout, I'm thinking about throwing it on top of the death. I'm thinking about doing that. Having like a separate line of death shirts. I thought that'd be cool. We got WMAs for Simps. We got the Moss hats. We got the Dojo shirts. These are fire too. These Dojo shirts over here. We got the political shirt. We have Make YouTube Great Again 2024 MMA-Holes shirts. We got a wonderful, wonderful shirts. We got our Carnage. Yeah, Carnage is here. But ooh, we got rid of this. Do you guys want us to bring back the shirt? We just got the hats, the Carnage hats. Yeah, if people want the Carnage shirts, we'll bring them back. If people are looking for it. But yeah, we got the established hats and shirts and hoodies and shit. Dude, we got a ton of shit. The original logo. Go check it out, baby. We're going to, within the next year, we're probably going to go with a complete overhaul with our merch and shit like that. So get these while they're hot. 20% off. TheMMAHoles.com, where you can go to our community section and we put a post out for this puppy. Thank you. Shameless plug. I hope Nate throws some elbows and leg kicks. That'd be nice, but he probably lose a chunk of his purse. Slow down, Moss? What do you mean, slow down, Moss? What do you want? Bring back the Carnage shirts? Yeah, I like the shirt. It's a cool color, too. Maybe I'll just release this with this color. This color is like the nicest. It's got the Top Gun logo with Carnage on it. I thought it was pretty cool. I would buy a Death Dragon. Bro, that is dope as fuck. You sell stickers. Yeah, we have stickers on some of the designs. Yeah. Yeah. Carnage hoodie. You guys, what? Let me know in the chat. Do you want us to bring yes or no Carnage shirts? Because we will bring them back if you want them. Do you have a shirt celebrating fireworks for Strickland? If people would buy it, I'd make it, man. Was enjoying watching the merch scroll. Yeah, every once in a while I got to plug the merch. Like I said, we don't make much from it, but I'm telling you, man, walking around in events, you guys see another fucking Carnage shirt out there, you're like, I'm on to you. You do. You want the Carnage? All right, we'll bring it back. Cool. Yeah, I think it's simple, you know. It's clean. I would do a fan design thing. We've done that before. I showed this on the second channel. I'm just fucking shooting the shit now. But old viewer Brady Ferguson, made this shit out of wood when we first started on our channel. And then around is like a bike chain around this thing. Like it's pretty badass. It's fucking carved out of wood. Dude, if you guys have any sort of talent, whether it's logo designs or like just any like goofy bits on the show that you want to make come to life with art, send us, man. Send us the stuff. Maybe it'll be in the next shirt design or fucking next logo on the show, or we'll hang it up in the studio. But that thing is fire, man. When we got that sent to us, I was like, what? Maybe we'll do a contest. You guys want to do any fucking talented people in the chat? Maybe we'll do another giveaway. You want a Sean O'Malley signed card? You want this thing? Sean O'Malley signed card? We got this from a viewer. I don't know if it's real or not. I have no idea. But it says Sean O'Malley on it. It could be signed by him. It could be fake. I have no idea. But someone sent it to us. Maybe we'll do a giveaway for real or fake Sean O'Malley signed card. I have no idea. I have no idea. It looks. Hold on. Let me see his signature. Sean O'Malley signature. We literally live like a couple exits away from him. I should just fucking hunt him down and say, yo, is this real? Here's Sean O'Malley. Let's see. It's pretty close. Yeah, it is pretty close. Yeah, okay. This looks pretty legit. Hold on a second. Okay, here's the signature. I think the death, no joke. Like I think the death idea is pretty cool, man. Like the DETH. I think dude, I'd wear that shit for sure. So that's his signature. Okay. And can take a good look at that. And then, I mean, it looks pretty close. It looks pretty close. Who knows? We'll do a giveaway. It'll be a crapshoot if it's real or not. We're gonna do a giveaway for a signature. We're not sure if it's real or not. Only on the MMA-Holes. Only on the MMA-Holes. We're gonna do a lot more actual real signatures. I think this is a real signature. I don't fucking know. Like I said, it was gifted to us, but we'll do a lot more real, for sure, signature giveaways very soon. All right. If real, keep it. It will increase the value. No, so here's the thing. I got to be honest with you. I have a gold mine of I have like Nolan Ryan's autograph. I have so many autographs from when I was a kid. Comic books, sporting cards. Like I got so much rookie cards and first comic. I have so much shit that autographs to me now, I'm so desensitized. Like I got so much. I'm going to hand it down to my kids. So if I get any autographs by any athlete, I have a board that I'm going to autograph, that we have autographed for our studio, but I'm going to have anything else, I'm going to just give to you guys. I'm just going to send it your way. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We did it in the beginning. We're gonna continue that bit. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. Check out Billy Goff if you're jumping in late. Billy Goff was on the show, UFC welterweight. He's fighting UFC Singapore against a Japanese kid I never heard of, but he's coming from the Contender Series. He's coming off a loss, so this should be a favorable matchup for Billy. There's going to be a car crash in this fight, I have a feeling. So if you missed the interview, watch it back. Let me know in the comments section. Comments are very important, so just drop some comments down there. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next comment that gets your own personalized video because I'm watching you guys. I'm watching you guys out there. If you look at our shorts, I see you. I see you out there. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you, Billy Goff. Thank you to our sponsors, mybookie.ag, promo code MMA-HOLES for 50% match of your first deposit. Millions, link in the description. If you're going to watch Paul versus Diaz, if you're going to watch UFC Nashville, use our link, ESPN Plus down below. We get a commission off of that. So if you are going to buy it, Paul Diaz is only $50, not $85. So if you're going to buy it, I'm just saying, link in the description down below. Thank you for that. And don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole. Good night. Inshallah. Get your 20% off at the store. Go shopping. Feed my kids, please. They're hungry.
Do you guys like